Radio had been valuable to the Nazis in their rise to power. Hitler quickly recognized its ability to spread propaganda and to build a fanatic following among Germans. So when war came, the Nazis turned this powerful medium against the Allied soldiers. They broadcast messages designed to ruin their morale, and to make it more appealing to GIs, it was accompanied by American jazz, which the Nazis hated. When American soldiers in Europe had time to listen to radio broadcasts, they knew where they could always find what they wanted to hear. They tuned in to Axis Sally. Corporal Edward Van Dyke wrote about her to the Post editors. "Sally is a dandy," he said, "the sweetheart of the armed forces. She plays nothing but swing, and good swing." Sally featured only original recordings of the most popular American bands. And when the music was over, that's when she'd start in with the propaganda.
This is Berlin calling, and I'd just like to say, girls, that when Berlin calls, it pays to listen, because there's an American girl sitting at the microphone every Tuesday evening at the same time with a few words of truth.
She repeatedly said Americans were fighting on the wrong side, that the Germans were actually our friends. She hated Roosevelt, and she blamed the war on the Jews. Since her shortwave broadcasts could be picked up in the States, she also tried to stir discontent among wives and mothers at home. She felt she could relate to the women of America because she was one herself. Ohio-born Mildred Gillers was a frustrated actress who failed to get any attention in New York. After she went to Germany to be with her fiancé, she found work with German state radio. She was announcing records in the broadcasts when the propaganda ministry gave her a bigger job. Her new program, Home Sweet Home, was designed to make GIs homesick. She'd remind them that the good life was waiting for them back home, if they survived, if they didn't come back crippled or worse. And she hinted that the wives and sweethearts of some soldiers were being unfaithful. They were running around and having affairs with men who had dodged the draft. One of her most infamous broadcasts was a drama called Vision of Invasion. It was a studio enactment of a failed Allied invasion. Mildred played a mother in Ohio. In a dream, she sees her son dying a grisly death on a landing craft, amid the sound of bombs and the screams of the wounded. It was this broadcast that got her in the deepest trouble after the war. She continued broadcasting right up to the German surrender. When the Americans tracked her down, she was arrested, brought home to the U.S., and put on trial. She was charged with 10 separate counts of treason. The jury found her not guilty on all charges except the one stemming from that invasion broadcast. For that, she was sentenced to 10 to 30 years. When she was released in 1961, she chose to remain in America, living in a convent and supporting herself by teaching until her death in 1988. She never admitted she had done anything wrong. As to her propaganda value, how effective was she? Well, Corporal Van Dyne told the Post that Germany no doubt believes that Sally is rapidly undermining the morale of the American doughboy. I think the effect is directly the opposite. We get an enormous bang out of her. We love her. That's all, boys, she coos at the end of each broadcast, and a sweet kiss from Sally. Well, Sally, he concluded, we'll be in Berlin soon with a great big kiss for you, if you have any kisser left. This video was brought to you by the Saturday Evening Post Digital Archives. Saturday Evening Post members can explore our 200-year-old archive for only $15 a year. Subscribe today.